let's go into some history news now. Did you know that Marie Antoinette didn't really say, let them eat cake? Did you know that? Did you know that? I know some of you guys did, but if you guys didn't, check out History with Amy, who goes through the whole thing about how actually just weird and misogynistic it really was.
Did Marie Antoinette really say, let them eat cake?
I love how much she enunciates her words.
Is allegedly meant to have said, let them eat cake in response to the plight of the peasants who had no bread and no food to eat.
What?
However, even before we...
What? What's wrong? We see not. Oh, thank you so much. I was like, what's wrong? What did I do?
We can examine whether that's true or not. The actual translation from French is actually, if they have no more bread, let them eat brioche. Brioche is the sort of cross between bread and a rich pastry.
I want you guys to know there's a lot of people who really, really like brioche, and they're like, oh my god, brioche is literally the best. No, it fucking isn't, okay? Like, you're not supposed to be eating a hamburger with brioche, you know? And it doesn't even taste good with fucking hamburger, all right? There's some things that are just meant to be different, and you can't just change. It's like fucking saying fettuccine alfredo, but without the fettuccine. Shut up. Shut up. You know what I mean? No. I'm really serious about food.
And it's got a high sugar, butter, and egg content. But even if she said that, let them eat brioche, that again would be ridiculous, because how can they afford the eggs, the butter, and the sugar to create this high status type of food?
Ridiculous, ridiculous. What's even crazier? Wait for it.
Spending and her ostentatious way of life. And so this quote sort of neatly slotted into the way that she perceived the world. People thought that she was out of touch and, you know, sort of unresponsive to the plight of the poor.
But she didn't even say it!
Did she really say this?
No!
The phrase let them eat brioche or cake was actually coined much earlier, in 1765, when Marie Antoinette was only 9 years old, and when she hadn't even gone to France yet.
Marie Antoinette isn't French?
Appears
See, I didn't know that one, actually.
This is sort of an autobiographical account of Jean-Jacques Rousseau's life.
Is Jean-Jacques Rousseau famous?
An instance in which he was looking for some bread to accompany some wine that he'd stolen, and then this reminded him of a phrase.
I did not know that Marie Antoinette was not French.
At length, I remembered the last resort of a great princess who, when told that the peasants had no bread, replied, let them eat brioches. So he doesn't name who this great princess was, and also he wrote this when Marie Antoinette was
so it's not even possible.
And indeed, the actual linking of that phrase to Marie Antoinette didn't actually happen until 50 years after her execution. And this is when a French critic and journalist and novelist called Alphonse Karr attributed that quote to.
So anyways, the end of the story, the moral of the story is don't fucking make up sayings, all right? Don't fucking make up sayings and just attribute it to people, all right? There you go.